Zechariah chapter 12. The burden of a word of Yahweh on Israel, a declaration of Yahweh, stretching out the heavens, and founding earth, and forming the spirit of man in his midst. Behold, I am making Jerusalem a cup of reeling to all the surrounding peoples, and it is also against Judah in the siege against Jerusalem. And it has come to pass in that day, I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone to all the peoples. All loading it are completely pressed down, and gathered against it have been all nations of the earth. In that day, a declaration of Yahweh, I strike every horse with astonishment, and its rider with madness. And on the house of Judah I open my eyes, and every horse of the peoples I strike with blindness. And the leaders of Judah have said in their heart, the inhabitants of Judah are strength to me, in YHWH of Hosts, their God. In that day I make the leaders of Judah as a hearth of fire among trees, and as a torch of fire in a sheaf. And they have consumed, on the right and on the left, all the surrounding peoples. And Jerusalem has again inhabited her place in Jerusalem. And Yahweh has saved the tents of Judah first, so that the beauty of the house of David does not become great against Judah, and the beauty of the inhabitant of Jerusalem. In that day Yahweh covers over the inhabitant of Jerusalem, and the stumbling among them has been in that day as David, and the house of David as God, as the messenger of Yahweh, before them. And it has come to pass in that day, I seek to destroy all the nations who are coming in against Jerusalem. And I have poured on the house of David and on the inhabitant of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and supplications. And they have looked to me whom they pierced, and they have mourned over him like the mourning over the only one. And they have been in bitterness for him, like bitterness over the firstborn. In that day great is the mourning of Jerusalem, as the mourning of Hadadrimmon in the Valley of Megiddon. And the land has mourned, every family apart, the family of the house of David apart, and their women apart, the family of the house of Nathan apart, and their women apart, the family of Shimei apart, and their women apart, all the families that are left, every family apart, and their women apart.